What's up guys, we're up here mule deer scouting and we're going to do a quick how-to video on the Kifaru Super Tarp. I have it laid out here. This is in a somewhat flat spot, as flat as we can find around here. So we're going to get it set up and kind of show you how to do it. So the Super Tarp has 5 pinnacle points, meaning the 5 most important points that you're going to want to stake out during the initial setup, and then you'll have some extra points that you can stake out as well. A couple on the sides, and then you have your side guy lines. So for starters, basically what you want to do is get the 2 back corners of the tarp staked out. So I have already done that. You can see it is super tight, so I stretched it super tight, staking these 2 points, and next I'm going to stake out the front guy line. In order to do so, I'm going to use our trekking poles as our supports. Cool thing about the Super Tarp is it has markers on it, and these markers will tell you how long your front and back pole will be. Dave's going to splice in a little bit of video to show you this, but basically it has a green marker, which is basically cut paracord. It's green paracord, and it is the long front pole, and then it has like a kitey brown tan paracord, and that's for your rear pole. So I have these measured out already. I'm using a set of black diamond poles. These are kind of a breakdown pole, so I'm going to set up the back pole like that, which works out just fine. So to start, we'll get that front pole set up. You want to set this up with handle down. The reason being is you don't want that point in the ground and sinking down. So handle down, the point of your pole will go in the hypalon cup that is in the front and the rear. So we'll do that first. And I'll kind of flip this over so you can see there's that cup that I'm talking about. So I'll put the point in there. You want to make sure that you're evenly setting up this pole between the 2 rear points. Flip that back over. I like to kind of set the pole up in a bit of a backward angle here. So nice and tight. Pull your cord tight, and I'll get this staked out. Alright, so got your first 3 pinnacle points taken care of. The next 2 pinnacle points will be your 2 front corners. So basically when you're doing these front corners, you want to make sure you're tight long ways, and it'll be hard to see in the video, but you'll kind of want to tilt the pole just a little bit off center this way when you do your first stake, and then when you do your second stake, you'll tilt the pole back to being straight up and down. So I'm going to do that next. We are at a little bit of a hill, so this is not going to be perfect, but it's working out pretty well so far. So those are your 5 pinnacle points. We do get a lot of questions about using trekking poles when we set up a tarp and are hunting. People ask, what do you do if you want to take a pole with you? Well, with the Super Tarp, cool thing is you can leave it pitched like this. You don't necessarily have to have that rear pole in. You can see it's pretty tight right now. I'm going to sneak in there, I'm going to put in that rear pole, and then I'll get the rest of the points set up. Alright, got the rear pole set up. So next, keep in mind I'm doing this more of an ultralight setup. I can set this up with the annex with anywhere from 11 to 13 pegs. So usually what I like to do is I will get this center guy out there, spot here, or center stake spot I mean, set up on both sides. We'll do the opposite. There's a rear spot here in the center. You don't have to do this one, but I typically do like to do it. And then I have my guy out spots, my guy out lines here. So you can either pitch it like this with your stakes, or you can marry them up. If you want to go more of a lightweight setup for this video, we'll just do both. So usually what I'll do is kind of even them up, get that first one in, get the second one in, do the opposite side. And that is the setup of the Super Tarp.